Lake Titicaca. First, we arrived with the bus, I thought, but apparently the bus is there on the boat. We're not allowed to be on that boat. We need to pay 2 Bolivianos, which is like not even $1. And we get on this boat to the other side and then we go back on the bus again. What a system. I love this. Bolivia is creating jobs. Copacabana at the Titicaca Lake in Bolivia. This lake has so many square meters. I need to check. I will write it down in the video how much it is. But it's on 4,000 meters high, so I feel the altitude a little bit in my breath. Luckily I've been into La Paz and Sucre before, so I'm used to the altitude a little bit. But walking uphill, yeah, you're gonna be out of breath quite fast. So I'm walking around the plaza, and after this I will go to the beach, I don't know, how do you call it, if it's a lake. And yeah, we'll see what's up there. And we'll go to Isla del Sol as well. And just, yeah, I need to relax. I had a rough time the past few days. And beside that, I lost a lot of kilograms because of the Yuna Potosí. Because I was sick there and the hike was really intense, so I need to gain some mass again. And I hope I can do a workout tomorrow or something, so I feel energized. I don't know, we will see. So price-wise, I really like Bolivia. Food is quite cheap, stays are cheap, but the thing is I cannot stand all the food. Anyway, today I'm gonna take the menu del día, or in English the menu of the day. Basically, this is one of the cheapest options you get in Bolivia, and you even have sometimes a choice. So right now I'm getting a quinoa soup. Then I got fish, and afterwards I get a cake or banana something, I don't know. But I pay not much, so if you're looking for cheap options to eat, it's like in mercados, or it is menu del día. It's not only that Bolivia is cheap, it has beautiful mountains. The people are so nice, they talk really slow in Spanish if you want to have it more slower. So it's really easy is not maybe the right way, but it is doable to learn your Spanish a bit more here in Bolivia as well. There are a lot of places where they even teach you Spanish, so there's much more, and the vibe, I love it. I love it. I like it. So yesterday I had the sunset over there on top of that hill, and I must admit, if it says like 50 minutes, you're getting out of breath to get there in 15 minutes. Because on the altitude of 4,000 meters high, climbing up is quite intense. It is short, but it's intense. So if you want to see the city with more light, you need to be earlier. But look, you don't want to miss this. It's absolutely amazing to see the sunset from up the hill over in the right, but also over here. And right now, there's nobody at this spot. And of course, that's more amazing. Isla del Sol, nearby Copacabana. You can choose to take the boat towards the south part or to the north part. People recommend you to go to the north part by boat, and then you can consider to go back by boat from the north part, or you walk to the south part and take a boat from there. What I'm going to do, I want to see the sunset on the northern part, so I took the boat towards the north because they also said it's easier to walk from the north to the south. So I'm going to walk from the northern part where the boat dropped us off. I'm gonna walk more north to see a bit more touristic stuff. And after that I will find a place to stay, which will be probably nearby the sunset. Tomorrow morning I want to go quite early, walking back to the south part where I want to take the boat. But I also saw there's something interesting to see on the south part, and if I can make it, I want to see that part as well, and then I take the boat back to Copacabana. Fits like a glove. Change of plans. So over here there is the south part where I could stay, but the sun is there. It's gonna go down there, which means there you can't see the sunset, or you need to hike up here, which is fine. But I consider to stay somewhere in the middle of the island. Somewhere there must be a place to stay. I don't know. I just go with the flow. It's so insane. They just made a path from north to the south of the island. But anyway, I was just talking to one of the guys who's like working here, who has like a, let's say, a kiosk on this road. And I asked him like, hey, do you live from this and do you work only in this sector? And he said yes. So he lives on this island, he lives from the tourism, and he sells just some food and drinks, and he can live from that. But the most craziest part is he needs to walk uphill with his products, and it's around, he said, I think 800 meters up. So you can imagine if you have, let's say, 20 liters of water. But bear in mind that you need to do this every day to have the products into your kiosk, walking up and down. Insane. It's so hard to imagine how sometimes how an easy life we live in.
Crossing the border towards Peru, it's a bit different. First you have a short bus ride, and after the bus ride you need to like kind of check out by the police in Bolivia. Then you need to walk over the border, and then you need to check in at the police in Peru. Yeah, and get your stamp and then continue. Some people got questions like how long do you stay and many questions, but I did not have any questions from them, so yeah, I was good to go apparently.
Uros, the floating islands on the Titicaca lake. Of course it's going to have more wind now, especially when I'm talking now. So actually, back in the days when there was slavery in the mines in Potosi, this is the story how it went. So it was a long time ago. It was pre-Inca time, and by the time they escaped the mines, they didn't want to be slave anymore. So they decided to go towards this lake, which is around 4,000 meters high. And on this lake, they didn't live like this. They lived on boats, which they called now Mercedes-Benz, because it is a tourist attraction now. You can hop on the boat for you to just pay extra, and so you support the family. So 38 years ago there was a big problem with the rain and the humidity, so it was really hard to keep on floating, so they decided to move towards this area, and they started to build houses on the Reet, and it became islands. So nowadays they are having more or less 120 islands. So this is an island, for example, and there are living 3,000 people on these islands. They need to anchor the islands because otherwise they will float towards Bolivia, and that's not what they want. Nowadays they live from tourism, hunting for fish, and they are not allowed to hunt for other food. Back during the pandemic they had to, because there was no tourism, so they hunted for ducks and for chicken, but nowadays they are not allowed to hunt for that because it's a national reserve. Basically they live for 70%, they living on here. The other part is mostly are the youngers. They have schools here, but it's only primary school. After that they go to universities or something, they go to land, to Puno. So that's why they don't live here for completely. Most students are studying tourism because the tourism is what they're living for here. So they build hostels, so you can stay actually on a night, for example, on these Reed Islands if you want. So this is the first part I see from Peru. Quite special, I would say. And I think Peru has a lot to offer, and I'm gonna find out. So if you want to find out as well with me during my trip, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will post everything on there.